Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from yet another episode of Let's Play Hearthstone. In the previous episode, we managed to defeat another very worthy human opponent. And in this episode, my friends, I have got some sweet ass news. We are going to be heading into the arena for another arena draft. Believe it or not, guys, I've managed to pick up another 150 gold or so. And I did that by playing against all of the expert practice bots, and I managed to defeat all of the expert practice bots with our brand new Warlock deck. And by doing that, I received 100 and a little bit or so gold, and we now have enough cash to play another arena draft. And guys, I don't know, man, maybe you can tell in my voice, but damn, am I excited to play another draft with you guys. So sit back and relax, my cyberdiggity dogs, with your crunchy ass beverage and tasty ass snack. Did I just say crunchy ass beverage? I think I did. Let's play some Hearthstone, guys. Let's sling some freaking cards. Well, cyberdogs, here we are, the three heroes that we have to choose from for this draft. We have a druid, we've got a hunter, and we've got a warrior. In the previous draft, we picked up a warlock, and that actually didn't go down very well. In this draft, I'm tempted to take the druid, just because we've been playing a hunter for so long now that I kind of want to try something just a bit different. And of course, the hero power for the druid is shapeshift. Gets +1 attack this turn and +1 armor. However, I think for the sake of doing better in this draft than we did in the previous draft, you know, this time around I just want to do well, right? I think I'm going to pick up Rexxar. You know, we have most experience with Rexxar. I know the cards better with Rexxar than any of the other heroes, so I think I'm going to go with the Hunter class, and let's see what we can pick up for ourselves, guys. We got to keep our mind on the beast. We want to try and get as many beasts as we possibly can and try and build a nice synergistic deck around that beast strategy. But let's have a look, guys, at our rare cards over here. We've got an Injured Blade Master that deals 4 damage to himself when he comes into play, and an Abomination, which deals 2 damage to all characters, and a Demolisher, which deals 2 damage to a random enemy at the start of your turn. You know, I actually really like the Demolisher, and I really like the Injured Blade Master. The Injured Blade Master is essentially a 4/4 for 3. That's what he is. And that is a very, very undercosted 4/4, if you ask me. So in this case, as much as I like this Demolisher, which is going to be doing damage every turn, I think I'm going to pick myself up a 4/4 for 3, because that is just quite absurd if you think about it, at 3 freaking mana, man. And maybe we can pick up a card that can heal him or something like that. Right, next up, guys, we've got an Unleash the Hounds, our very first beast card that we've seen over here. We've got a 1/1 Wisp for 0, and we've got a Scarlet Crusader, which is a 3/1 with Divine Shield. That Scarlet Crusader does interest me. It is a 3/1 for 3. That is quite a high damage count over there. However, Unleash the Hounds is pretty decent, man. The thing gets +1/+1. Well, it makes a 1/1 hound for each enemy minion, and those hounds have charge. So that seems pretty freaking decent, if you ask me. I think I'm going to pick up an Unleash the freaking Hounds, baby. Alright, well, there's another Unleash the Hounds. We've also got a Voodoo Doctor over here, which incidentally restores 2 health. Oh, hello there, Injured Blade Master. I want to introduce you to your friend, the Voodoo Doctor. It is also a 2/1 for 1 mana, so it's a pretty aggressive card. I think we probably, because Rexxar's hero ability is deal 2 damage to your opponent's hero, I think we want to try and make an as aggressive deck as we possibly can. I'm going to pick up the Voodoo Doctor. It synergizes very well with our Injured Blade Master. Plus, it's a 2/1 for 1, so it's nice and aggressive. And here we've got a Hunter's Mark, which is going to change a minion's health to 1. Meh, not that interested in that, if I'm totally honest with you. We've got a Frostwolf Warlord over here, which gets 1/+1 for each other friendly minion on the battlefield. We played a little bit with this guy before. But there is a 3/2 over here that can't be targeted by spell or hero powers. A Fairy Dragon, 2 mana 3/2. That seems like an incredibly good minion to me, man. A 3/2 for 2 that can't be targeted? Yes, please. Man, we're going to get aggro up in here, my friends. Right, we have a hard choice here between a Houndmaster and a Kill Command. However, as we have not yet to pick up a single beast, I think we should probably stick with the Kill Command. There's also a Spellbreaker over here that's going to silence a minion, but Kill Command does deal 3 damage, and at the very least, and at the very best, it deals 5 damage. So I think we got to pick up a Kill Command as a removal spell. I mean, we know already that card is some magical jazz, man. We've got an Ancient Brewmaster here. This thing does interest me because it helps to reset things like Voodoo Doctor and any other like really good minion that we might pick up. There's also the Fen Creeper, which is a 3/6 Taunter over there, which is also a pretty decent card. But in the interest of keeping our curve low, our mana curve low, and picking up some interesting minions that are going to create a synergistic deck, I think we should pick up the Ancient Brewmaster. It's a 4-mana 5/4 at the end of the day. It is a 5/4. I mean, it is beastly. Yeah, I'm going to pick up the Ancient Brewmaster, man. Alright, on to another set of rares. Man, I love it when we get the rares to choose from. We've got a Sun Fury Protector, which gives adjacent minions taunt. And as we haven't picked up a taunt minion yet, I think this is probably going to be the one that we choose. We've got a Bloodsail Corsair that removes 1 durability from your opponent's weapon. It's a pretty decent anti-weapon card, but I think I'd just rather pick up an Acidic Swamp Ooze, if I'm honest with you. And there's a Crazed Alchemist over here, which we've seen before, and meh. I think at this point the Sun Fury Protector is actually going to be very good. Very, very good for us, actually. Acolyte of Pain. When this minion takes damage, draw a card. I've seen this bad boy in action, and it's been pretty freaking solid, I've got to say. And as the only beasts that we've managed to pick up are, none. I'm not sure if taking Houndmasters at this stage is very wise. We've still got 23 cards to look at, so I think I'm going to pick up the Acolyte of Pain. This thing is pretty good, man. Anything that helps me draw cards, I'm a big fan of over here, man. Right, we got a Novice Engineer. That helps us draw cards, but damn, is it terrible. We've got a Dragonling Mechanic. 2/4, which makes a 2/1. I guess that's what we're picking up. This has been such a weird Rexar draft. I mean, we haven't seen any freaking beasts at all. I mean, the Bluegill Warrior is a 2/1 with charge, but man, that is some unexciting jazz right there. I think I'm just going to pick up the Dragonling Mechanic over there. Alright, finally! A freaking good beast card over here, man. We picked up a Misdirection, which when a character attacks your hero, instead he attacks another random character. So that's a pretty decent card. Let's just have a look at what else we've got. We've got a Defender of the Argus, which gives adjacent minions +1/+1 and taunt. And then the Murloc Tidecaller, meh. Oh man, between Misdirection and Defender of the Argus, I mean, it gives both of the adjacent minions +1/+1. So any minion on either side of it gets +1/+1 and taunt. That's way too much value to pass up, right? I mean, that's just so good. Alright, I gotta pick up the Defender, man. I gotta pick up the Defender. And here is our very first beast. The Stone Tusk Boar. There's also an Explosive Trap over here, though, which I think we probably need to take over the Boar. I mean, the beast plan isn't really coming together, is it? I mean, we could get it to come together right now. We could start the plan now with the Stone Tusk Boar and hope to pick up, you know, a few buzzards and what other beasts we could pick up. But I don't know about that one, man. I think we've got to take the Explosive Trap. And as I say that, incoming Starving Buzzard. Oh, man. Probably should have taken the Boar, actually. But, I mean, there's no ways we could have predicted that to happen, right? So, we'll pick up the Starving Buzzard. Maybe we'll get back onto the Beast plan, but it doesn't look like it for now. Looks like we've got a Chillwind Yeti to consider, a 4/5 for 4, or the Stormwind Champion. We do kind of need a finisher at the moment. And he does beef up all of our minions with a +1/+1 boost, which is pretty freaking sweet. But we also don't have any silence minions at the moment, and we know that silence is good. It can shut down some really powerful minions out there, so maybe we should just pick up the Spellbreaker. It is a 4/3 for 4, so it's decent stats, and it's going to silent a minion. Yeah, I'll pick up the Spellbreaker. Oh, hello there, Flare. All minions lose stealth, destroy all enemy secrets, draw a card. Well, that's not bad. But there is also another Sun Fury Protector. And a Demolisher, which we haven't managed to pick up yet. But another Sun Fury Protector? I mean, that seems decent, right? It's a 2-mana 2/3. It's good stats already. Plus, we've got some excellent minions on the back end here to give taunt to. So, yeah, I'm going to take another Sun Fury Protector. Weirdest Rexar draft ever. But I'm not going to complain, man. I'm loving this. All right, we've got a Tracking. And we also have a Deadly Shot. Oh man, that is so tricky. Even, I mean, you know, I've been playing this game for quite a while now, but I still can't really evaluate whether Tracking is a good card or not. I mean, it kind of digs into your deck and gets you what you need. But at the same time, Deadly Shot just does what it says on the tin, man. It just kills something. And, you know, what can be better than just killing? Well, oh my goodness, we're having a Manny Berserker over here. This bad boy is mean, and it's a 2-3, and when it takes damage, or when it's damaged, it gets +3 attack. So potentially it's a 5-3 or 5x. So that is a good card. Another 2-mana, very aggressive minion. So I'm happy to pick that bad boy up. Right, we've got a Razor Fen Hunter. We know how good that guy is. And we've got a Frost Elemental over here. It's a 6-mana 5-5 that freezes a character when it comes into play. I think we could probably find something better to do with 6 mana. And I mean, look at our curve right now, guys. We are sticking around the 1, 2, 3, 4 mana slots. So I think we just want to try and keep our mana curve as low as humanly possible, so we can kick some serious butthole. I mean, that being said, I should probably take this Wisp. This Pirate is pretty good though. If we do pick up a weapon, he actually does become very good. And it's another 2-3 for 3, right? Can't go wrong with those bad boys. So yeah, I think I'll take the Bloodsail Raider. Hopefully we'll pick up a nice sweet-ass equipment. But, ooh, a Priestess of Elune. Restore 4 health to your hero. Oh, I thought it was going to heal my injured Blade Master, but apparently not. We've also got a Reckless Rocketeer, 5-2 for 6. I mean, these are the 6 drops we're looking at over here. I think out of all of them, the most effective is probably going to be the Frost Elemental. So, yeah, I'll take the Frost Elemental. Why not? How weird is this draft, guys? Seriously. Angry Chicken, while damage this minion has a new power, well, you first have to get its life above 1 so that it doesn't freaking die. Master Swordsmith, at the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion +1 attack at 2 mana 1/3. Seems good. Yes, please. Freezing Trap? Leper Gnome, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero when it dies. Yeah, okay, fine. It's a 2-1 for 1. That's going to send 2 damage to my enemy's face. I'm happy with that. I'll take that. We got 10 cards left, though. Let's just remember. Multi-shot! Multi-shot! Definitely picking up a multi-shot. Thank you very much. I think we could probably hold off on picking up removal spells now and just focus on getting minions. Ooh, we've got the little purple gem, which I think is super rare. Let's have a look. Blood Knight, Battle Cry, all minions lose Divine Shield, gain +3/+3 for each shield lost. We know that this card can actually be very good. But let's have a look at the Sea Giant over here, man. Costs 1 less for each other minion on the battlefield. Damn! I mean... Wow. That seems like it could be pretty good with some of our minions that make little guys and our charging hounds and whatnot. And that's all minions, not just our minions. That's all freaking minions. It is, oh man, but I mean, how cheap is the thing actually going to get? Let's say 5 mana is probably the cheapest it's going to get, right? And that's going to require 5 minions on the battlefield. Are there ever 5 minions on the battlefield? There's hardly ever 5 minions on the battlefield. If we had like a taunt strategy going on with a lot of like big walls and stuff, then maybe the Sea Giant would be really good. You know, with the 1/4s and the 3/5s and all that stuff. But because we're going for an aggressive strategy, I think we're just going to take the Blood Knight. It's a 3 mana 3/3. It does stuff when it comes into play. I'm happy with that. Alright, Argent Squire, 1/1 with Divine Shield, an Arcane Shot that's going to deal 2 damage to something, or a 7/7 for 7. I mean, at this stage, I think we just pick up the 7/7? We don't need another spell. Alright, we'll take the 7/7. Right, next up, Reckless Rocketeer, 5/2 with charge, or the Ironforge Rifleman. It's going to deal 1 damage when it comes into play. It's a 2/2. It's an aggressive minion. Alright, I'll pick that bad boy up. Alright, 5 cards left to choose from, my friends. Another Dragonling Mechanic, another Arcane Shot, and another Deadly Shot. I think at this stage we just pick up our second Deadly Shot and be happy with it. This, of course, can help to kill those really difficult minions out there that are very difficult to kill. Although Arcane Shot is also pretty decent, but I think I'll just pick up another Deadly Shot. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, Snipe. When your opponent plays a minion, deal 4 damage to it. Wow, that seems good. However, there is another Manny Berserker over here. Huh. I mean, this isn't really like a control deck. This is like an aggro deck, right? I mean, look how many 2-drops we've got over here, guys. Look at our curve right now. And when you're drafting a strategy, I find in these kind of games, the best thing to do is to choose a strategy and stick to it. Don't like mix up your strategies because it gets confused. And this thing costs 2 mana. So on turn 2, instead of playing in a Manny Berserker, we'd be playing a Snipe. And that means that it's gonna, we're losing 2 or 3 turns worth of attacking and 2 or 3 turns worth of damage. So it just doesn't really make that much sense to me. Right, here's another Starving Buzzard. However, we do not have a lot of beasts. In fact, I think we only have one beast, which is the other Starving Buzzard. What a weird Rexar draft this has been, man. Yeah, we've got one other Starving Buzzard. The Hounds don't make anything. Do we want a Lord of the Arena at 6 mana? Or do we just pick up a Starving Buzzard and hope to maybe pick up another 2 beasts? Yeah, why not? Let's get lucky. Well, that's that's not lucky at all. 1/7 for 4, not interested. 1/4 for 3 with spell damage, not interested. However, we've got a little 2/1 for 1 over here that's going to boost something with a +2 attack this turn. So I'll take the Abusive Sergeant. And our final set of rares, or second penultimate set of rares to choose from over here. Another Crazed Alchemist, meh. Violet Teacher, we know that this is a pretty decent card, and a Cold Light Seer, which gives all other Murlocs +2 health. So Murloc is out of the question. Crazed Alchemist. It could be decent in swapping out. This card is pretty good at taking out like those 2/7 Crackjaw Giants, or whatever they're called. Those Snapjaw Giants, I think they're called, because it swaps their life and damage. But I think the Violet Teacher is just a really good spell. Whenever you cast a spell, you get a little 1/1. And that sort of fits into our aggressive plan over here. So let's pick up the Violet Teacher. Wow, what a very weird draft that was, my friends. Absolutely not a Rexar Beast draft at all. We got a couple of Beast cards. We got the good old Multi-Shot and Deadly Shot and all of that stuff. But all in all, it looks more like a Rogue deck to me. But who knows, maybe Hunter Rogue is the way to go, man. Well, there's only one way to find out, my friends. Let's freaking battle!